Today, I'm going to be trying to create quite a few interactive spreads in my Currently journal for the month of March. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are here for the first time, my name is Tracy and this is my Currently journal. This is the journal where I create multiple pages each month to house all of those fun Currently prompts to record what I'm doing at the moment, such as reading, watching, eating, disliking, liking, planning, whatever. So I have been doing for the past few months Dutch doors. This month, I think I'm going to change it up and I'm going to be doing various interactive spreads. Now, when I say interactive, they're all not going to be like crazy sophisticated. I'm going to probably do a couple of pockets. That's interactive because you take the thing in and out of the pocket. There we go. Interaction. Maybe I shouldn't call them all interactive because, you know, there might be some doors or some flaps or things like that. I guess that is all interactive. So yeah, I want to do all of that. And I also want to try my hand at creating a like waterfall flap that you pull the tab and they all flip up. Yes. 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 I keep saying that because we're going to see how well this goes. You know that I try some things on this channel and yeah, it doesn't always work out. Hopefully this will work out. We are going to brainstorm some ideas as well. And I figured I could have brainstormed off camera and made this video a whole lot shorter. However, if I did that off camera, there's going to be some things that I'm going to brainstorm that I'm going to not do. And some of those things might have been the one idea you guys might want to actually try. So that's why I figured we'll just do all of this on camera and hopefully it's not going to be too long. So I'm going to be using this A5 journal. This is a journal that I got from Archer and Olive. When I purchased this journal, they only had the blank paper available and I really wanted it. Since then, this has now been introduced as part of the Everyday collection. So, which is now available at Dot Grid. I do have a discount code and affiliate link for Archer and Olive. All of my discount codes, affiliate links are down in the description box, as well as for Live Love Posh. So definitely check that out to save some money. And I do earn a tiny commission from both of these shops on any sales. So I do want to thank you guys so much in advance. And I also want to thank you all if you have shopped through those links or used those codes previously. So with all of that said, I'm going to be using Seasonal Love from Live Love Posh. I'm going to be using to assume that this is the March monthly. You can use it whenever. There's nothing on here that says March, but we're just going to use the next one in line. And I really wanted to use this because there are a lot of larger decorative elements. We have a lot of florals. We have some washi-like sticker strips. We also have these, which I thought could be kind of useful as well today. So that's the reason why I decided to go with this one, just because there was a lot of things already in this set that I think could be helpful. And then the boxes are also pretty cool. These and stuff. So I might even use a few of those at some point. We'll see. So we have that. In addition, this came from a paper pack from the Archer and Olive Advent Calendar. This came from a scrapbook paper pack, and this also came from a scrapbook paper pack. I thought the colors matched well. I think this is what I'm going to use for the pull tab. So we'll get into this probably closer to the end. I don't know. But I do want to grab some wax paper. So let's talk about pull tabs because I did try my hand at this with just white paper. But basically when I'm talking about a pull tab, like you'll tape some things like this. See how that's kind of like waterfall? You probably can't tell. I was using scrap paper. And then you pull it and see it flipping like that. That's what I want to try to create. So I never done one before. That's why I kind of just, I was watching a TikTok and trying to figure out how to do it. And that's the reason why I played around first to make sure I could actually pull it off. Just because I did it once doesn't mean I can do it again. So we'll see. So I'm definitely going to do that. I've already decided that's what I'm going to do with every time that I do my Currently journal. I do one page that has a list of prompts that I really don't need to write but so much about. So that's what I'm going to do there. What I think I want to do for the first page, actually, I was thinking about doing like flip ups or flip outs on the first page, just because it's like highlights, which might be some things that might kind of, I don't know if they'll be personal, but it does allow me to write personal things that when you open up the journal too, it's hidden, and then you flip open the flap and then everything's underneath of it. Plus it gives you a little bit more room to write, because then you'll have two sides, whatever's on the inside of the flap, unless you decorate it, and then whatever's here. And then I could also do that for like in the news. So what I was thinking for that is maybe I could just create just some regular doors with the scrapbook paper type thing. I don't know how boring that would be. We could, let's see something really quick. Hopefully I'll use it now that I took it out. All right, so like something like this. So I would put this on another sheet of paper. Ooh, that would actually, like this, and then you would just open it up and then see what's underneath. So that's what I was thinking. I could use any of them. Like this would actually work good too. I don't know. I was thinking that could be cool. The other thing I was also thinking for another door is I need to, oh, I just ripped that. Not good. Tracy, take your time. Take your time. Okay. I could... Now, I don't have duplicate stickers, but there are 2 of these on here. I was wondering... Let's move this journal out the way real quick. Could I do like this? Oh, it's a little larger. And then put it like this, and then it opens up. And then it's in the middle. I think that could be kind of cool. Don't you think? So that's another option. And I wouldn't have to kiss cut this, because I would just have it like on paper. So then that could be a door. So like I could do the door here and then do the flip out here. So I could do this on one of the back pages. I kind of like the idea of that. Just because these are mirrored images. So I feel like, you know, like how I put them together right there. So that is another idea. I like that. I think it would probably actually be wide enough for my prompts. Yeah, I kind of like that. So that's one idea. Another idea, it's not really an idea, but I was like, I could do pockets. I wonder if I have any big flowers, like really big flowers. Like I wish I had like a really big vase, or like one of those really big would have been awesome. Let me tear this out. I'm thinking, and I'm having a hard time envisioning how to do all of these. Like I have 2 ideas. And then, like I said, I think for the media, I want pockets. I used to subscribe to Notique. And who would have thought? I did not realize there were going to be blue envelopes. Oh my goodness, that just made my life so much easier. I know they had these really cool little cards, but I think I used most of those. I think I created dividers with those. But I do have these envelopes. So that just made my life a lot easier. So that also cut down the timing for this video because this is going to be very, very simplistic. Because, oh, this is going to bulk up this journal, y'all. This journal is going to be so bulky. Oh, no. I mean, is there a rule that your envelope has to be like this? No. So I would cut off the flap. But this would actually work pretty well, I think, for reading and TV. And I could create some fun like inserts to put in here that I think could be a little fun. We'll have to figure that out, but I think it could be fun. Yeah, I think I have some ideas. I mean, I could always cut these down just a little bit and put them back together. Because really, I mean, this is just, I don't even know if I would even need that. I might want to put florals or something behind it. So I could cut it down a little bit like on each side so that way it kept the shape, and pretty much just glue this down on there. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do for the media. Then I could do flaps with some of this for my monthly highlights, and then like just regular type things. So this is kind of the less intriguing stuff. But with that said, I also feel like even though it's not going to be as exciting to watch as some of the other ones, I think some of these are really cool and like your everyday journal. So I think it could still give you guys some ideas. So I think these two might look best together because of the blue. Is that blue? It's green, but it looks better with that. So I could always do like that and that. Or that and that. This is the one I don't know about. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to come back to this. We're going to come back to this. These are we're going to go back to this. I think I'm only going to do 6 pages or 3 double page spreads. So this is the one I think I might be semi-sure about. I kind of like the idea of this being like an open door here. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab some thicker paper. I have some cardstock here. Oh, the color is not, obviously it's not going to be perfect. But we will put this on here. Actually makes more sense to do it like this. That way I only have to cut it once. Hopefully, if I lay it down right. I mean, I could always have it. Yeah, that doesn't work. Now there's a couple of things, now that I put this down, I could do. Now that I put this down, I could always take like some of these like strips. I have to take them off the paper. I mean, I could always put them like behind here. Like maybe like around here. And it would elongate the door. So basically, wait a minute. The door would be like this. And then I would just have, I would just have this behind some of those. The only problem is I really only have this, but I do have this as well. Oh, I don't have this. Well, that's gone. So I think that kind of nips that one in the butt. Let me see if I have any other blues, because I just don't think this is going to be enough. Let's bring this back into the fold. So maybe I would do it like this. So you would still see the white. It might work, guys. This might actually work. I feel like I need something to kind of like extend a little bit beyond to make the door just a tad bit wider. It makes me nervous. All right, let's cut this one. I'm going to cut it fairly like a little bit bigger. I'd rather cut twice. Okay, let's see how this goes. So what I'm thinking is it'll be like this, wherever I decide to like line it up. So I have this here, and then we would have the other one here. And I think I like this. I like that. Okay. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to match everything up like I just did here, and put everything like in the same exact spot, like mirror it perfectly, but we can get it close enough. It's not going to matter. Okay. Now let's do the same thing to here. Okay. So then that means our doors would look like this. I kind of like it, y'all. I kind of like it. And I think it's going to be big enough. So we have the doors done. So we're going to put these now aside. And we're going to install them in a little bit. Now we're going to work on the flap. That's going to be opposite of this. So this is going to be a pretty... a pretty big page. That's why I don't want to put those down yet. I might end up switching where that goes. And we'll see, because I might end up going into a different spot. All right, so with the flaps, I need to figure out how much room I would want for each prompt. So what I was thinking was putting boxes on top of this. So using this as like what you will see on the waterfall edge, but then making boxes on top of it. So again, where's my journal? So we can kind of figure out sizing here. I think I want 5. So I need 5 that are pretty decent sizes. But I probably need them fairly wide just because the length, I need to be able to pull the tab. And I also need to make sure that this is going to be long enough when I fold it over. So I'm a little bit like confined there. So what I'm thinking, I have more of this than this. So we'll see how many we can get out of this. But do we want to do like something like that wide? We can cut it down. I have a whole bunch of this, so I can like test it out and see what it is. And I know there's dots, but I want to kind of mark what I was thinking. So I am knocking stuff off the paper, off the desk. So when I talk about the waterfall tabs, I want to do this in my other journals as well with like photos and stuff. So this is something that if I can figure out how to do this, I think it will be pretty cool to recreate. Like I said, I want this to be kind of wide. And if we do, let's see if we could do it like, I don't know if this is too big. Oh, what is going on? That was not happy. I need to buy a new paper cutter. I want a paper cutter that has the handle. I don't like these anymore, so I think I'm going to invest in that. I think I'm going to stop talking about how much I dislike this paper cutter and just buy a new one. I'm not going to get rid of this. I mean, this definitely still have its purpose, but like when I'm trying to cut a page that's in a journal, I kind of want one more. That was the size I think I want. So here we're going to have to, I think I can get 3 out of this. So we might do more out of this. All right, and then we need to cut these down, I think. I'm going to need to do another one of these. So this is what I'm thinking. It would look like, ignore that one. Where's the third one? Oh, there was two. Yeah, I think that would be about right. Okay, so I will go ahead and cut this now to size because I like the width of this one. We'll just use this one because I have to redo this. Yep. All right, so I got my 5. I think I need one more though, don't I? I think I need one more. So that would be, which one was close to the size? That one. We'll do this one. Okay. Then we're going to take this, and this has to be just as wide. All right. So actually, I'm doing it wrong. It's like this. It's like that. I think that is the back one. So I think that one's fine. I think it's that, right? All right. So what I think I want to do is do I want to do 1 centimeter? Okay. So we want to do 1 centimeter folds. Let's get a better ruler. All right. So 1 centimeter folds will be right here. So that means that we would need 5 centimeters at least at the top, but I can cut that off. So we're just going to go bigger and then I'll cut that off because I'm nervous about messing this up. So this is where the tab is going to be. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw little marks for the 1 centimeter mark. There we go. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I think that's enough. And then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. So that way I can do straight lines. And then we're going to fold all of those on that part. So you just want to do a crease, a big fold there. There we go. And then I'll fold this. So I put the 2 dots, that way I like folding it on a pretty straight line. Now, if you have a score, like one of those scoreboards, where you can make pretty big creases, that obviously will be a little bit easier. I'm going to fold these in the opposite direction as well, but right now I'm just trying to get this part going. Okay, one more. I'm like, one more. So now I'm going to fold everything in the opposite direction just so that way it has like a really good fold on it. You're not going to be able to see the folds. Man, you can see I'm folding these really good because the color of the scrapbook paper is coming away. Look. Never had that happen before. Okay. Then what you need to do is now you need to adhere your paper to this. And I did it a little too wide. Nope, that's wrong paper. Okay. So we said 1, 2, move all these. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I'm going to just start at the bottom and I'm going to put my tape runner, right here. I'm going to have to do that again. I don't know how that got there. All right. And then I'm going to just adhere this. So basically I'm putting the tape runner in between the two folds. And then I put that one there. And then I'm going to do the tape runner again on the one right above it. And put this one here. And then I'm going to do this again. And put that one there. And then one more time. Well, again. There we go. And then one more time. Okay. There we go. Now I need to cut everything that I've heard says 2 centimeters wide of a strip from whatever you want. I don't really think it really matters. I'm going to use this because this is what I'm using. It actually, we'll do the bigger strip. I don't really think that matters either. So 2 centimeters wide. That seems too big. We'll do 1 centimeter. Oh, that's 1 inch. 2 centimeters is right there. There we go. I'm like, that just looks really, that was inches. Okay. Here we go. So this is where it gets complicated for me. So what you do is you adhere the strap underneath here. So to this back paper here, where you tape that first one down, you're going to adhere the strap under there. Probably went a little too crazy there. Now, I don't know if there's a rule to where this should be or not. We'll just put it here. And then you're going to bring this around like this. So that way you are now in, like, basically going around this piece here. Okay. And then you are going to put glue on this, on the straps. That way now you're adhering the 2 straps together. Or I guess that's what we're calling it. The 2 strips together. Okay. And now we can clip this. Okay. There we go. So I think this will work, because what's going to happen is I'm going to adhere this strap here. Is it too tight? Did I do it too tight? I might have done it too tight. Let's loosen it just a tad. Let's loosen it just a tad. I don't know if there's a rule, but it felt like it was a little restricted. I mean, we have stickers to hide stuff. Okay, so basically what's going to happen is I'm going to end up taping that down, and then I pulled this bottom one, and there we go. See how that goes? So what I'm going to do is adhere this to the page, this little loop. I know I'm doing a horrible job explaining this, guys. This is my first time doing this, so I'm trying to like make sure I'm doing it right while I'm talking to you guys too, and it's a lot. All right, so now I'm gonna cut this. I kind of like some of the black, some of the brown, some of the blue showing. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna start here. And well, I guess I need to actually make that come up. So I guess I don't need to start there because it needs to come up pretty far. Tracy, just do it like this. Okay, there we go. So then you have this to pull like that. I think I did it, y'all. Now I haven't actually adhered it to the page, but I did do it. You all bear witness to that I did it. All right, so we will want that like that. I could put something on here. I think I'm going to want stickers on here. I feel like I should do that before it gets down on the page. So you see that. I want a sticker or florals or something underneath here that you pull down is what I'm like looking for. I could do this round, what do you call these things? I know what they are, but I can't think of it at the moment. The stitch thing. And then we're just going to come into here. Oh, I'm not going to be able to. Whoops. Well, we know where this is going. Okay. So I'm going to pull this off the page like that. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. And now I'm going to just cut around it. Make it sturdy. So yeah, I'm just using this card. I don't know it's not quite cardstock. It's just thick printer paper. I need another, or do I? Does it really matter? Okay. I think that would be it. All right, so let's go ahead and adhere this so I can like start working on this page. I'm excited. I told you this was going to take a while. Now this does need to be adhered good because, you know, you're going to be pulling. Okay, so there we go. I can't get this last one to flip up. I'm not sure why. Maybe because maybe I needed another one on there. Maybe that one's not supposed to flip up. I don't know. That's so cool. Obviously now I need to decorate this really quick. So let's throw something on here. All right, so I like that. So like when you pull that, now you have a decorative page. So one is officially done, y'all. So then we come here and we're like, is this going to be too much to have this right next door? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's going to be fine because I really want to do this. I do. Let's see. It might be, well, that's going to be flipped out anyway. Maybe we'll go simple here, and then maybe I'll do the doors up here. Maybe I will just go ahead and just do the doors up here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I don't know where I'm going to cut, so we're just going to put this down and go from there. That definitely curved. Because that looks, no. Let's go up a little bit. So that way that wonky washi tape, I don't have to really worry about it as much. Because I definitely need to still fix that though. Okay, so that's going to open up to here. So then I'm going to go ahead and do this one. All right, y'all, this is going to be a really thick journal, and I'm okay with that because I just won't fill it up. I might end up start removing pages at some point where the signatures are, like where the 2 pages meet, where you can remove them together and not do any damage. So yeah, this book, I'm going to be doing what, 6 to 8 pages, or I guess 3 or 4 double page spreads each month. So probably a couple years max. So that's the reason why I'm not really worried about it. But look how cute that looks. Oh, some extra stuff got in here. But see, now I have room here to write stuff too. So I actually just might go ahead and do this for my monthly highlights and in the news. I think this is going to be more than enough. I have other journals I do memory keeping in. So this is just to kind of like write down a little things or whatever. Again, it's another way for me to be creative. But look how cute that is. That's really cute, guys. So cute. Okay. So now let's talk about the pockets. Okay. So with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to do, let's do 2 centimeters on each side. Ooh, Tracy. I thought I was holding it down. Oh, that is so... It's just the thickness of it is like... Okay. Okay, I like that size much better. It's more than enough. The only thing is, I don't know if I actually want a flap. I don't think I want the flap. And there we go. So that way I don't really have to do anything. I do need to adhere these 2 pieces together. Or do I? I have another idea. We have some pretty thick. Why don't I just come into here? Because if I was to glue it inside, I'm going to lose a little bit of the space. So I could cut that. Where's my cutter? I don't know where I just lost my cutter. If I didn't lose everything, my plan with me would go so much quicker for me because I will edit most of this out. But it's like, come on. Okay, we'll just use this one. I'm like, where is it? It's pink. Come on. There we go. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. There we go. And with the, you know, keeping it as a full-on envelope, now I can just glue this together, like to the back, and it's a little bit easier. I'm not right now going to glue it down because I might put flowers behind it. I'm not sure. Okay. All right, let's do the other one. All right, and for this one, we have, oh no, wait a minute. Do I want to do the bottom too? I think I wanted to do the bottom. So that looks like it might be half. Oh, I did good. I feel like I need to do the bottom. Just to make it look like it wasn't like, that doesn't have a purpose. All right, those are the pockets or the envelopes or whatever we want to call them. You can see they're not really that, like, they're not that elaborate. I already had them, so they're here. Let's just keep using the tape. I'm not gonna use the glue stick. Put this right here in the middle. Put that there. I need something under here is what I need. Let's bring this sticker book into the mix and put this under it. Okay, so this is for my currently media. This is for this. All right, so I think all my interactive pages are done. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna decorate. Due to how long this video is, I'm speeding up the decorating portion pretty fast. I hope that is okay with you guys. You are probably a little tired now anyway, so I'm assuming that's okay. So this page opposite of the little pull tab thingy, because I don't really know what it's called, I wanted to keep it sort of simple. So I just used this half page sticker sheet that came in the Live Love Posh book. The pattern that is on this sticker sheet matches the tiny, tiny strip of washi strip that I use at the very bottom of the little pull tab waterfall thingy. So that's the reason why I went with this particular pattern over some of the others. And then I did use my little corner rounder to round the edges. I thought that gave it a really cool look. And then I just slapped 2 boxes on there, and those are going to be for 2 separate prompts. And that's going to be pretty much done other than decorating around it and things like that. As far as the paper that I put inside of the 2 envelopes, that's the same paper that I used for the pull tab. I am thinking, because it's the dark blue and I would have to write with gel pens, I may just type out my journaling. Because I'm going to be using book covers, TV posters, movie posters or something like that anyway that I'm going to have to print out. So I might just type it all up and then print it out and then just stick the journaling and the photos on the blue paper. I think that could look pretty cool. I will leave enough of the blue paper showing where it gives you like a really thick border, but then the journaling will be on sticker paper. So that's my thought as of right now. Still have half the month to go, so that could change. Now you will see in a couple of places as I start decorating that I run out of sticker strips or like those washi sticker strips. And I didn't really have much washi. You know, you saw earlier in the video where I was kind of struggling to find blue washi that would match it. So you will see me create my own sticker strips. For instance, right here, I had a little bit of the scrapbook paper left. So I, just trimmed it down really, really tiny. I had to use scissors to make it even thinner. And then I just glued it directly on the page. And the reason why I went that route for this particular one is because the checkered pattern was on the opposite page and I wanted to bring it over to this page. It's very, very subtle. I felt like it needed a little sticker strip or something over there because it was on the other page and it just needed to carry over. So that is the reason why I did that. You will see later on that I basically trim really tiny pieces from the half page sticker sheets to create little thin washi strips as well, just to kind of add something to the tops and the bottoms of some of the pages. So as far as decorating, I just decided to kind of do a theme. I know it's all the same sticker set, but there were, certain stickers that had the birds and then some butterflies and things like that. That went for the back 2 pages. And then the ones with the stationery items and then the little post box that went on the pages with the envelopes. And then all the other things went on these 2 pages. That was kind of the theme. That's why I'm flipping back and forth so much between all of the pages, because as I came across a sticker on the sheet, I just went ahead and just popped it down instead of trying to finish one spread at a time. So yeah, it is a little chaotic, and it appears to be even more chaotic as we watch this sped up 5 times. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to say that was the thought process there. So again, my goal is to use all of these stickers up just because I went through so many. It was kind of pointless to like leave 5 stickers left. So that is why I was removing stickers and moving them around, because they wouldn't work in other spreads. There just wasn't any room. So I was just kind of, adjusting things as I was coming across a different sticker that I wanted to use. I will say the stickers came out really well on this paper. I don't know if like dot grid versus blank is any different, but they were coming up really, really easy. So I was really lucky in that respect. And now is when I'm just cutting really, really tiny pieces of the washi or the sticker paper to make washi. I really didn't have anywhere to use this little sticker paper. I would have loved to do that, but all of the pages are pretty full already. So that's why I was like, I'll just cut this to add some of the pattern to the top and the bottom, but in a very, very minimal way. So it's not really taking up too much room. All right, so we can talk about these pages. So now I have some extra space because of the flaps and the inside of the flaps. So I'm just gonna add boxes because this is where I'm going to write basic highlights of the month. There will be a few that are personal related, like what is something really good that happened this month, or something like that, like a proud moment that isn't captured anywhere else. But I'm also going to be doing some like current events as well, maybe like the top song on the Billboard 100 or something like that. So that is the point of that. And that's why I use a lot of boxes over there, because it's just going to be very simplistic and not like paragraphs or anything like that. And now it is time to bring out the stamps. And for some reason, I decided that I would try to apply an even amount of pressure to the word currently on this left-hand page, even though there are several Dutch door pages with all these crazy cutouts, even though there are folded pages, not just the ones for the month of March, but also for previous months. So it is very, very uneven and bumpy and everything on that left-hand side. So it is almost impossible to get an even amount of pressure unless you add something behind it, like that glass cutting board that I brought out, or cutting net that I brought out for the right page, which I really didn't need for the right page because I haven't done anything there. But I think if I would have used that under the left-hand page, it would have been fine. But it's fine. It's fine. You can see that it says the word currently. I did try to go over it and it messed it up a little bit, but again, it is fine. So for the rest of the headers, I am just going to stamp them directly on the stamps while they are on the actual sticker sheet, and then I will stick them to the book. It's a lot easier that way. I usually stamp directly on the page, but because I'm putting this on some decorative paper, that's the reason why I'm using header boxes here. So that's going to be pretty much it for this entire setup. It was a long one, but it was fun. So let's go ahead and turn this around now back to regular speed and wrap everything up. All right, guys, there we go. So my multiple interactive spreads for the month of March. So we have my title page. I might write like the big monthly highlight here. Basically, this needed something, and I knew I put the piece of the scrapbook paper here, and I felt like a box needed to be on top of it because I ran out of stickers. And it never happens. Then we have my box here. I like this. I like how the florals right here. I got lucky that they were a mirrored image of these longer sheets that made it perfect for a door. This is where I'm going to put my highlights for the month. Then we have my currently reading, my currently watching. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I might just do it like I've been doing it. Nothing fancy, nothing special. We'll see. We'll see. And then we have doing and planning. And then this is the last one where you flip it like this. So I did go ahead and put the headers on there because I wanted to get all of my stamping done. As far as the boxes, I'm going to write in the boxes first and then put the remaining boxes on here because I can't write. I can't write right here, so I needed to do that separately. But there we go, guys. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on here. That's why, you know, I'm surprised I used all the stickers because I feel like, you know, this is there's a lot of white space, you know? But maybe there isn't. Maybe it looks like a lot more white space than it is because there's no dots. So it's a little bit more obvious. But there we go. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I want to thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing. That is all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.